Who will save you when you break? Stop saving everyone. How you're destroying yourself. The invisible weight you can't name. You wake up tired, and not just physically tired. This is deeper. This is the kind of exhaustion sleep can't fix. It sits in your chest like a heavy stone, pressing down on your spirit before your feet even touch the ground. You go through your day trying to figure out what's wrong. Nothing major happened. No big tragedy, no clear reason. Yet something feels off. Something feels stolen from you, and you don't even know when it happened. But let me tell you something raw and unfiltered. That weight you feel, it's not yours. It never was. You've been carrying other people's problems like they were your responsibility. You've taken on their stress, their bad choices, their repeated mistakes, and somehow turned it into your daily burden. And now you're paying the price for battles you never signed up to fight. You thought you were doing the right thing. You believed that helping everyone made you strong, made you valuable, made you needed. You wore that role like a badge of honor. But let's strip that illusion down to the bone. What you called kindness slowly turned into self-destruction. Every time you dropped your needs to fix someone else's mess, you chipped away at your own foundation. Every time you rushed to rescue someone who wasn't even trying to save themselves, you dug deeper into your own emotional grave. And here's the brutal truth most people don't have the courage to say out loud. No one is coming to save you when you collapse from saving them. They will take what you give. They will use your energy, your time, your peace. And when you have nothing left, they will move on like nothing ever happened. That's not loyalty. That's consumption. You kept giving because you thought it would be returned. You thought sacrifice would create appreciation. But it doesn't work like that. People don't value what comes easy. And you made yourself easy to access. Always available, always ready, always sacrificing. So instead of respect, you got expectation. Instead of love, you got dependency. Instead of appreciation, you got exhaustion. And now resentment is creeping in. Quiet, toxic, and very much heavy. Because deep down, you know you've been giving more than you're receiving, but you've been afraid to admit it. They told you setting boundaries was selfish. They told you protecting your peace was wrong, and you believed it. But I'm here to tell you straight, your peace is not something you trade. It's not something you loan out hoping to get it back better. Once it's gone, it's gone. Let's get even more real. Most of the crises you rush to fix aren't real emergencies. They're patterns, repeated bad decisions dressed up as urgent problems. And every time you step in to fix it, you reinforce that behavior. You're not saving them. You're teaching them they don't have to change. You've become the safety net for people who refuse to walk straight. And as long as you keep catching them, they will keep falling. That's the trap. You think you're being a good person, but what you're really doing is becoming an accomplice to their stagnation. And the moment you try to step back, they'll hit you with guilt. They'll question your loyalty. They'll make you feel like you've changed. Of course you changed. You finally woke up. Take a moment and think about it. How many times have you delayed your goals because someone else had a problem? How many nights have you lost sleep over situations that weren't even yours? That time is gone. You don't get it back. And the scariest part is waking up one day and not recognizing who you are anymore, because you gave so much of yourself away that there's nothing left that feels like you. You can't save someone who refuses to save themselves. You can extend your hand 1,000 times, but if they won't stand, you'll fall with them. And when you fall, don't expect gratitude, expect blame. That's how it works. People project their failures onto the closest person. And if that person has always been you, then guess what? You become the target. So tell me this, why are you risking your peace for people who will turn on you when things fall apart? This is where everything changes. You stop being the savior. You stop carrying what isn't yours. You stop saying yes when your soul is screaming no. And yes, guilt will show up. It always does. But that guilt is not truth. It's conditioning. The people who benefited from your lack of boundaries will be the loudest when you finally set them. Let them talk. Because the moment they complain is the moment you know you stop being useful to their dysfunction. That's not loss. That's absolute freedom. You don't need to become cold. You don't need to shut your heart down. You just need to open your eyes. Helping from strength is healthy. Sacrificing yourself is not. Learn the difference. Your value is not in how much you give. Your value is in how well you protect what matters. Your time is limited. Your energy is limited. Your peace is limited. And every time you give those things away without thinking, you empty yourself. An empty person cannot help anyone. They don't lift people up. They drag them down. So stop measuring your worth by how many people you rescue. Start measuring it by how well you protect your life. Because at the end of the day, when everyone is gone and you're left alone with yourself, the only question that matters is this: did you protect your peace, or did you give it away trying to prove your worth? Here's where you draw the line. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. You stop carrying battles that aren't yours. You stop sacrificing your sanity for temporary approval. You stop confusing being used with being loved. Because being surrounded by people who only show up when they need something is not connection, it's exploitation. Face the fear of being alone. Because the truth is, you're already alone when you're being used. And once you accept that, something powerful happens. You stop begging for acceptance. You stop chasing validation. You start choosing yourself. And that's where the real power lives. The moment you decide your peace is non-negotiable, everything shifts. The wrong people fall away. The manipulators disappear. The constant takers go silent. And what's left is clarity, strength, and control. You realize you never needed to be everyone's savior. You only needed to stop abandoning yourself. Because in the end, nobody will remember how much you sacrificed, but you will. You'll remember every drained moment, every delayed dream, every piece of yourself you gave away. So don't make that mistake. Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. Take care of yourself and let no one shame you for doing so. I hope you heard what I had to say, because it applies to many of you. And you know what? I'm not preaching as though I know everything. I'm speaking from experience, because I used to be that person. Now, life is so much easier and so much joyful, because I'm so full of the energy that I've cultivated. And you have to have a real bad situation or something really urgent for me to give a little bit of that away. And I will, but not just to anybody. Protect your peace. LanceScurv out. Much love to you all. On to the next one. Peace.